to this is something that helped me to shift my mindset. So I am excited to present this to you all tonight. It's not going to take that much time, but thank you for being here because you could be anywhere else, but you decided to take some time to spend with us tonight. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our university, which is Too Smart University. It's two companies working together for you and me. And SMART stands for Saving Money Always Requires Training. And so on the left side, you see here our financial group, which is Let Us See Financial. It is our licensed financial firm, which specializes in income protection, cash flow management, annuities, asset protection, all those good things that work together to secure your finances. And then on the right side, we have My Econ, which is another company that we're going to focus on tonight. So let me share with you some information about My Econ. My Econ is short for My Economy. And here in this network and in this organization, we believe that we are the best people to take care of our own economy. So that's what that is short for, right? And then the things that I learned here that shifted my mindset, that took me back from my business and made me realize that I needed to be learning how money works was right here, right? I did not learn this in school. So this is the Cash Flow Success Company, and we are going to go back to school and we're about to get what we missed. So a little bit of background about the company is generating unlimited cash flow using financial strategies and business building. Those are the foundations. And then generated over $1 billion in the cash flow. That's all of the associates of the company, not just the people who created this company. It's 19 years old, and as of this year, it just reached 20 years. It is a debt-free company. All right, debt-free, technology-driven, and it's based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, and then last but not least, it has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So this doesn't need to be checked out. It's been checked out. Okay. So here at MyCon, we talk about more cash flow, which is essential for financial success. And cash flow is essential for lifestyle, investing, debt elimination, and then we also want to think about charitable giving as well. All right, and everybody wants more cash flow. I know I want more cash flow. Individuals do, companies do, nonprofits do, governments do. So everybody wants more cash flow, right? So in my econ, we focus on getting that cash flow via financial strategies and again, business building. So let's talk about our financial success membership, which is a membership that empowers our associates to generate cash flow using financial strategies that we refer to as income shifting, because we're literally taking money that we would have gave to the IRS, to creditors, to investors, and we're bringing that back into our pockets, right? So how do we do that? Well, we have strategies. On the right side, you'll see those strategies. And the first one is the quick cash flow increase strategy, which we also call our W4 strategy, because most Americans, over 80%, do not know that they're filling that out wrong. So we help you to get an increase in that by filling it out correctly and seeing if you can get more cash flow, right? And then our second strategy is going to be minimizing taxes via business deduction. So we're going to talk more about that in a few minutes. Our third strategy is that build great credit strategy. Everybody needs credit. And so that's just another strategy that we have to help you. And then our fourth strategy is debt elimination strategy. So I don't know if you have debt, but I still have some debt I'm working on, and I've been able to really take a strategic look at my debt as well because of this membership. So that's another strategy that we have. And then our fifth strategy, after you've used strategy 1 through 4 and you've been able to, see some increase where you shifted some money, now you have some money freed up to invest like the pros. And if you're already ready to invest and you need that strategy, you can reach out to Let Us See Financial Group at 336-275-4203, and you can go ahead and get started with our pro today. Okay, this on the right side that you see is Jack Magnon. This is the executive chairman of the Alibaba Group, and he has a net worth of $37.2 billion. And he shared this quote, and it says, if you put bananas and money in front of monkeys, they would choose bananas because they do not know that money can buy more bananas. And in reality, if you offer a job and business to people, they would choose a job because most people don't know that business can bring more money than salaries. And so profit is better than salaries because salaries can make you a living, but profits can make you a fortune. So just think about that. Good to go. Okay, so let's talk about business building. Business building is one of the fastest ways to grow income. Business builders get hundreds of tax deductions that employees do not get. So if you're just an employee, then you do not have a way to minimize those taxes. But if you're a business builder, then that opens the door to hundreds, right? So bottom line is you need to have a business. And then third, two-thirds of all millionaires are business builders. Okay, and business building ownership is the key to leaving an inheritance. So if you think about it, you cannot give your job or leave your job to your kids or your grandkids, right? You can't pass down your employee position. But if you own the job, if you've built the job, then you can very well pass it between your family and have them inherit something from you. And so when we talk about financial strategies and business building, then we talk about products, right? So we have a travel product, and travel is a $7 trillion industry, and it's the most searched word on the internet, right? So we have a Zingo Travel Club membership. It's up to 70% in savings off of travel, 110% cash back, best price guaranteed, which means if you can find the same deal, same price, and you find it cheaper somewhere else, then they will give you your money back guaranteed for that best price, okay? And then generous rewards credit. So that's something that we have bundled up in this Zingo Travel Club. Also, Zingo Travel has over 1 million hotels and resorts to book, over 50 rental car companies, over 15,000 cruises, over 300,000 luxury homes and villas, which is the equivalent to Airbnb, flights all over the world, excursions, activities, and more. And so the bottom line is this is the number one way to minimize expenses, okay? All right, and then let's talk about another product. All right, every 7 seconds, someone's identity is stolen, and so we have this great bundle of products called our Defender Plus package, right? And it has identity protection and it has discounted legal services. So with identity protection, it comes with cutting edge internet surveillance monitoring and alerts, guaranteed restoration, $1 million identity theft insurance, and then lost wallet assistance. So legal services will be needed at some point as well. And we have those discounted legal services with our high-end national attorney network. We have 40% discounts on attorney fees. We have 9 free legal services, including wills, consultations, and more. And then we have free access to thousands of individual and business legal forms. So that is 2 great products in one bundle. And then also income tax preparation. So Viro Tax is a personalized, accurate income tax service. It's a nationwide service provided by a 20-year-old company, professional tax preparers with many years of experience, and you do not even have to visit an office. Okay, all you have to do is submit your documents online. It's fast service, low cost, and maximum refunds with a rapid refund and direct deposit available. So the IRS says that you must make an attempt to make a profit, right? And so this is another service that we have that we can use and offer in order to make a profit in our business. And we help drive traffic to our website with this service as well, with our automated technology tools that we have. So fix my credit now, please. Today's improved credit scores are needed by most Americans, and many of them have credit report errors that need a dispute process on their reports, right? So, big news. Every day, companies such as potential employers, bankers, lenders, insurance companies, and more are making life-changing decisions about you based on your credit score. So, you want to make sure you're getting that credit score to where it needs to be. Credit repair is a $3.4 billion industry. So let's talk about repairing your credit for a second. My credit system is a do-it-yourself credit repair training that teaches individuals how to repair, rebuild, and maintain a great credit score, right? And on the left side, you'll see that the duration of the system is 24 minutes and 33 seconds. That means it takes less than 25 minutes to learn how to fix that credit, right? And so, cash is king was once a powerful statement, but in today's digital world, credit runs the kingdom. And so, even if you have a great career and a boatload of cash, you still need a good credit score. And that's where the My Credit System comes in to help you repair, rebuild, and maintain. Okay, and then anytime you are repairing your credit score, we're going to go through the steps of repairing. You want to pull your credit report. And so the first step you're going to do is go to annualcreditreport.com. And I know it says annual, but now you are able to go visit that website every single week and pull your credit report. So that's what you want to do first is pull your reports. It will not give you your credit scores, but it will give you those reports that you need to see what's reported. And then myfico.com is the website we recommend to get those credit reports as well as the credit scores. Okay, so that's the first step. And then after you've pulled your credit score, you want to go to step two, which is freezing those secondary bureaus. Now, before I started repairing my credit, I did not know about any secondary bureaus or that the main bureaus even pull from other places, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing that. And once you freeze those, your credit file with Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion will not be able to verify any data from those reporting agencies. Okay, so we want to do step one first, step two in that order. And then step three is going to be checking for errors because the Fair Credit Reporting Act states that any information that's listed on your credit report that's inaccurate, outdated, or unverifiable, it must be removed from your credit file. So you want to do your due diligence and checking for your errors and making sure that you list everything that is not proper, right? And once you have all of those errors, then you move on to step four. One, two, three, and then you arrive to four, right? So that's when you want to start disputing. You're gonna pull your credit report, you frozen in secondary bureaus, and you check for all errors. And so once you do that, you will start with your letters. All right, and this is how easy it is to fill out a letter. So you went through all your information. You have your profile information populated at the top. It has your name, address, phone number. You put in your date and social security, and then you'll go to the right side and you see where we have these letters at. These are done for you. So wherever you are in the process, after you've learned how to fix your credit by watching those videos, you just select what it is that you need, plug in the information, and it will do the letters for you. Easy. And so then give these efforts 6 months or more to manifest. And while you're doing that, we're going to work on step five, which is credit utilization. And that counts towards 30% of your credit score, which means that you want to keep that utilization under 30%, at or under 30%. 10% is golden, but that's the rule of thumb is that 30%. And then step six, you also want to be building credit. So not only can we repair credit, we can also continue to build credit as well. And so something that we suggest is Self or Credit Strong. Also a secure credit card like Self Visa, Chime Secure, Open Sky. If you look at the first one, Self Visa, that's with the Self program. You have to be in a minimum of 3 months, but it's no credit check, no deposit. So that's just another suggestion to help you build your credit. All right, and then again, give these efforts 6 months or more to manifest, and congratulations, you will reach that great credit score of 750 to 850. Okay, you didn't mess your credit up in a day, you probably won't fix it in a day, but it can be done. And so let's talk about more money now via business building. So here at my econ, we focus on business building with business income, which is earning business income by enrolling people into our memberships, our products, and our services. Also sharing success stories and testimonies to help motivate others to become customers and associates, right? So for me, for instance, I know before I knew about my econ, I started out just wanting a different way of living, right? And just saving money and not having to work so hard for the money. I also wanted to start a business, just all these things. And as time grew on, I learned I need to know what my money is like. So, I was building a business and learning all the stuff and sharing it at the same time. And so that's what we do here at my econ. Automated technology tools use our automated marketing system to share success stories, to share the success stories, testimonials, and marketing videos 24/7 using your phone, tablet, or computer. That means that you can be in business if you have a phone, tablet, or computer 24/7 anywhere that you want to be, right? And I don't know about you, but that's a goal of mine to be able to make money from anywhere. All right, so let's talk about why you must have a business. And this is probably the game changer right here for me, because again, remember, you're already paying for these things with no deductions. So let's talk about the potential business deductions that come with having a business. So the first one is if you pay rent or mortgage and you have a designated area to grow a business, then you can write a certain percentage off of those fees, right? So for the sake of this example, we have $1,000. Also, the second one, if you travel, so transportation, if you travel, car, truck, whatever, and you conduct business in this vehicle, then you are able in the year 2025 to write off up to 70 cents for each of those miles. So if you put 10,000 miles on your car for the year and you conducted business um, in your car, then up to 70 cents on that 10,000 miles is going to be $7,000 in write-offs. Also, communication, smartphone, Wi-Fi, cable, whatever you did to get here, if you're on your phone, your tablet, your computer, whatever, that is considered communications. And so now if you're using that to conduct business, you can write a certain percentage of that off as well. And so we have $2,000 here. And so now I did say that if you drove a car or a vehicle, then you can get a write off. But what if you don't have a car? Well, if you still travel to conduct business, then you can write that off as well. A plane, a train, bus parking fees, tolls, cab, Uber, Lyft, whatever it is. If you use that transportation to conduct business, you can write that off as well. So $5,000 here for the sake of this example. And then business meals. Everybody likes to eat. I know I do. And every now and then when I get a chance, I like to go out. And so business meals. Now when I'm going out, I can mention to somebody or just share my business and tell them what I do. And now I get up to 50% of business meals off and write-offs, right? And then as far as tips go, I'm providing 100% of somebody's wages. So I'm providing somebody's wages so I can provide 100% of that tax write-off. So for this purpose, we have $5,000. And then last but not least, if you have children or grandchildren, Uncle Sam says that you can pay them up to $15,000 this year, right? And so for the sake of this example, we have two kids being paid up to $10,000 um, for the year. I don't know if I said hours, but I didn't mean to say that for the year. So if they conduct domestic chores, they make up their bed, or anything like that, then you can pay them, right? And so instead of giving them an allowance where you don't get tax deductions or anything, you're now writing that off because it's wages. So we're looking at income shifting strategies, things that you're already doing that can be potential business deductions, right? And so if you make $100,000 in a year on a job, well, if you don't have a business, then you're going to be paying those taxes on that full amount. But now, if you have a business and you've made an attempt to make a profit, whether you've made one or not, if you've made an attempt to make a profit, now you have opened the door to those deductions, all right? And for the sake of this example, we have $40,000 worth of tax deductions. So that's 100,000 minus 40,000, 60,000 that you're getting taxed on. See where you're saving some money at? On things that you were already doing. And so let's talk about minimizing our taxes via our cash flow manager, right? So for business use or personal use, we have the cash flow manager, and all you need is a smartphone, a tablet, computer, and then you'll just be entering your income and expenses and capturing those receipts. So on the left side right here, you see what the cash flow manager looks like. And it's really simple. You just put the information in. This is the who, the what, the amount, the dates, where you had your meetings, and then you want to make some notes about how you conducted business. Okay. You met up with somebody, they gave you 100 names. And so that's all you will be doing. And then if you see underneath now, if you had to travel to do this, now you're keeping up with those business miles. And you can see where you can put your numbers in for where you started in mileage and where you ended and how much of that is business. And so once you do that throughout the year. Once it's time to do those taxes, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that number highlighted. This number is calculated based on the numbers that you put into the cash flow manager. And now all you have to do when it's time to go file those taxes is take the information, right? So use your cash flow manager, take it to your tax preparer, and they'll love you because they didn't have to go searching for the stuff, right? So the key to deductions is proper documentation, which is included in your membership. All right, and then let's talk about our world-class compensation plan. All right, so with my econ, you can get paid several ways. You get upfront payout, you can get overrides, and then we have monthly residual as well. So up to $70 on new membership enrollments, and then up to 13 monthly residual income on active team members. So just a look at potential income right now. If you have a team of 10 people, and you're signing people up, and for the week, that would be $700. If you keep those efforts up throughout the year, you're looking at a monthly residual income of $6,500, right? And then if you have a goal of being a business builder like me, and you are making the efforts of having 50 people in your team, and this is off not just your efforts, but your team efforts, now you can look at a potential weekly pay of up to $3,500, okay? And then if you keep those efforts up throughout the year, then you can look at a monthly residual of $32,500. All right. All right. So let's talk about our cutting edge products and services to generate 21st century income. All right. And first we have our Defender Plus, which is $11.95 monthly. Okay, with a cash value of $5. And so that means that if you sell this personally, you're going to get $3.50 for that personal retail. All right. And then at the bottom, you see if a team member makes the same sale, it's still the same price, $11.95 monthly, with a cash value of $5. Right. And then because without any effort, this is your team member, and they're on your team, you can make up to 75 cents on that sale. So that's not your efforts, that's just having a team. And you're still making money. And then let's look at our travel membership, which is an annual membership that costs $139.95 monthly annually. Sorry, guys. $139.95 annually with a cash value of $60. And so if you enroll somebody into this travel membership and they're making a 70% off of their savings, now that personal retail for you is $42. Okay. But if they don't want to buy into it annually and they just want to pay it by month, and keep those savings month by month and play it by ear, then we have that option for $39.95 monthly with a cash value of $20 for that first sale, which is going to get you $14 on that first sale. And then as they continue to keep the membership and continue to benefit from those savings, it's going to be $13.95 monthly with a cash value of $6, and that brings you $4.20. Okay. So just to put this into perspective, that's about 70% in personal retail sales and up to 15% on team retail sales. So that's off of your efforts and your team members. Okay. So we are leveraging here and not being the only one to make our money. So this is the membership that pays for your education, and get started today with our financial success membership. That includes the 5 income shifting strategies: quick cash flow, minimizing taxes, building that great credit, getting out of debt. I know some of us want to get out of debt, and then investing like the pros. It also has our world-class business income system and our automated marketing system. Okay. Or we have the Elite Business Membership, which is our 5 strategies plus that Zingo Travel and that Defender Plus. All right. It also comes with the world-class business income system, the automated marketing system, and accelerated rank advancement. So that just means more money. So when it says the membership that pays for your education, literally, if you're not getting this education, you're going to lose more money anyway. That's just how I see it. So this membership, financial success membership, is valued at $99.95. But today, when you start, it's going to be $44.95, and then $40.95 monthly, starting 30 days later. All right. Also, the Elite Business membership is valued at $299.95 today. But when you get started, it's only going to be $99.95, and then $59.95 monthly, starting 30 days after. So price is only an issue in the absence of value. Okay. And just to put into perspective, when we talk about pricing, right, we're talking about minimizing taxes and being able to eliminate debt and putting more money in your pocket, right? For $40.95 divided by 30. So 130, no, I'm sorry, $1.37 a day. $1.37 a day for you to get access to this. So I think it's pretty affordable. I don't think nobody can tell me they don't have $2 a day to make sure that they are building something that will really take care of them. But again, this has been presented by the Too Smart University. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this life changing experience I've been able to be a part of. And remember that prior planning prevents poverty, guys. If you